There's one major factor that NIO possesses over North American powerhouse competitors, namely Tesla. And interestingly, whatever Tesla does, it won't be able to match. It's something that will propel NIO to become a dominant force within the Chinese landscape and exponentially carve into other brand market shares in the coming months, quarters, and years. And this may seem like a simple concept, however, it's actually magnificently complex. And that's NIO's birthplace and origin, China. Now, the fact that NIO is a frontrunner in terms of the Chinese EV space and rapidly expanding and accelerating its reach inherently is all the more reason to believe in this company's future success within this Chinese space. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at why NIO will likely be able to outcompete massive North American brand companies like Tesla within the Chinese market. We're going to be touching on what Cathie Wood thinks about NIO and their potential within the country, and finally, where I think NIO will land in the coming weeks, moving into Q1 earnings. Welcome to the show. My name is Nick. This one's going to be a fun one. Before we get it, Webull is giving out 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850 for free. You can trade before and after hours markets. This is 0% commission. You really cannot lose. The link is in my description. You do not want to sleep on this one. If you want to support the channel, check out our Patreon page. We have more content behind the scenes under the radar stocks. This also gains you access into our private Discord channel. Alright, ladies and gents, let's get right into it. Alright, so I want to start off by playing a clip from the legendary Cathie Wood. She is, of course, the founder and CEO of the equally legendary ARK Invest.
You've got an ecosystem building around China. We know that NIO, we don't own it, but we think that government decree, they want a local champion. We don't know if it's going to be NIO or XPeng, which is patterning itself after Tesla, or if it will be Tesla itself. I doubt that. Because China wants a local winner. But we think they're all over that market.
Now, let's think about this for a second. This is an incredibly important statement. Let's break it down for a moment. Cathie Wood has long been one of the most bullish investors of Tesla. The stock remains their top holding in their innovation fund, with around 3.3 million shares at a $2.4 billion market value. Wood sees Tesla as essentially having a chokehold on virtually every single aspect of the EV industry. They are also becoming increasingly diversified, rapidly moving into the energy space, forming a near monopoly on clean tech. Now, if you have watched my show before, you will know I am a huge proponent of Tesla. They are one of my favorite companies. However, I am equally, if not more, bullish on NIO, and here's why. NIO is quickly becoming China pride. China is the largest electric vehicle market in the world and will remain on top of the leaderboard for years, if not decades to come. The Chinese government were quick to adapt to this novel tech, as decreasing carbon emissions in their highly air-polluted country has become a necessity. China has been searching for a domestic electric vehicle brand to be proud of, to promote, and to shoot in the stratosphere, a real competitor to other top EV brands like Tesla, and many analysts and investors think that the country has found this opportunity with the homegrown NIO. Now, a thing to know and consider about Chinese companies is that almost always there exists some form of government stake and sway within the company, and in this case, NIO is no different. During 2019, when NIO was on the verge of bankruptcy, the government stepped in. They offered NIO a bailout, a second chance at success. However, in doing this, they took around a 24% stake in the company, nearly a quarter, and formed a subsidiary called NIO China. Now, without a question, this bailout saved NIO from sure bankruptcy, and we see that both their sales and their trajectory drastically reversed. They have since been on a relentless expansion program. Now, many analysts have noted that without the stake from local government based in Hefei in Anhui province, NIO, even with the cash position, would have not succeeded as fast as they did, and this is an extremely important point. We see time and time again hints of the local government incentivizing consumers to turn towards NIO while actively decentivizing foreign brands. This was most clearly demonstrated when subsidy programs for luxury electric vehicles were being slashed in China. Listen up. The Chinese government decided that vehicles costing more than 300,000 renminbi should not be offered the same subsidy programs as economy classes. Therefore, they cut these subsidy programs for luxury electric vehicles. while NIO, costing more than 300,000 renminbi, should have also had their subsidy programs cut too, right? Nope, this is not the case. The government deemed that because NIO has swappable and removable batteries, that the subsidy programs would continue to apply to them even though they are a luxury brand. Now, either China is thirsty for swappable batteries, or they want to actively promote consumers to turn towards domestic brands like NIO while decentivizing foreign luxury brands like Tesla. Tesla, of course, does not have a swappable battery and therefore does not qualify for the subsidy program. Now, it is of course beneficial for the local economy to promote NIO, and this is what the government is doing. The Chinese government recently banned government and military personnel from purchasing and using Teslas within China as concerns over the use of their cameras to potentially capture security intel for the US government rose. Tesla obviously denies this, but it's just another reason why it's going to be hard for them to consistently stay ahead of the looming pack in the years coming. It's almost a David versus Goliath scenario, with NIO kind of being like Goliath's best friend. Anyways, we also see the local government aiding NIO in their battery swapping infrastructure program. They are continually aiding the company in forming deals with big names and using the state grid. We recently discovered that it's unlikely that NIO will be fronting the bill of their upcoming facility, the new industrial auto park. This is where NIO's new factory with a 300,000 capacity per annum will be implemented in about 370 days' time. Now, time and time again, we see China pushing the brand and propelling them forward. We do see NIO purchasing back some of the stake from NIO China. The state now just owns under a 10% stake in the company. However, as I've been noting, sometimes it does not hurt to have friends in high places, and Cathie Wood seems to strongly agree. I don't think NIO will purchase back the entire company from NIO China. However, as NIO ADR investors, like me and you, it's important to note that we are actually only exposed to around 90% of their market capitalization and returns. Something to consider. I do think in the coming months, we will see yet more connections between NIO and the state. They do want a domestic brand to dominate, and it's clear they have their eyes on NIO to become that brand. Many analysts believe that XPeng has an opportunity to act as the future Model 3 competitor within China. However, I think NIO's next model after the ET7, which we have learned will likely be a sedan, will be a far more direct attack against the Model 3, and then will likely push out some of XPeng's market share. Just some speculation. We'll have to keep a close eye on all of these developments. Now, moving into April 29th, after market closes, NIO is releasing their Q1 earnings earlier than they did in past years. Many think this is due to the bullish nature of the quarter. We know they did indeed hit an all-time record, and I do think we'll see shares jump leading into the call. I will, of course, have full live coverage of the event, so make sure to subscribe. Estimates are projecting around a 16-cent loss per share, equal to their miss in Q4, which they missed by 9 cents. I'm going to be watching for vehicle and gross margins breaking on 20%, and if we have increased other revenue, namely from NIO Power, accessories, and NIO Power Cloud, I do expect we will push slightly higher above this 16-cent loss mark. I will have a full video highlighting my Q1 breakdown in the coming days. It will be extremely interesting, and I do think this could propel NIO shares next week. We have seen now a 6 days straight in the green. Can we go 7? Can we go beyond? We'll have to see. It is a very interesting time for the company. Don't forget about the Webull promo, 2 free stocks worth up to 1,850. You could trade before and after hours markets. It really is a can't lose. All you have to do is 1, sign up, 2, open an account, and 3, deposit in at least $100 using the link in my description. If you want to support the channel, check out our Patreon page. We have more content behind the scenes under the radar stocks. This also gains you access into our private Discord channel. Anyways, everyone, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Happy trading. Cheers.